Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, guys. I hope you've had a wonderful time during your holidays. I wish you an inspiring, productive, and fulfilling 2016. My name is Daniel. This is the 90-day Get Your Shit Together challenge. Today I'm covering days 22 to 26. And the reason I'm doing this is because during the past week and a half I've been traveling around and I didn't have constant access to internet and computers. So instead of giving you half-assed posts and videos during that time, I decided to instead think about how I could improve the content and the videos. I now have a camera which got delivered about a couple of days before Christmas, so I had a wonderful Christmas present from my sponsors from How to Be a Better Man. The topic of today is procrastination, and there are a couple of reasons that I decided to cover this topic now. The first one being the fact that during this time, many people decide on drastically changing their life, be it exercising or healthy living or studying more or whatever. But the thing is, most of them fail. And there are lots of reasons for why New Year's resolutions fail, but I'll cover that in the next post. Uh, but for me, my personal New Year's resolution is to exactly avoid procrastination at all costs whenever possible. And the reason that I want to avoid it is that procrastination is the bane of my existence. I gave it enough power to almost ruin my life. And throughout my research, I actually found out that procrastination shares many similarities with drug addiction in the way of how it affects the brain. So the reason we procrastinate is because in our brain, when we think about what we have to do, and if we associate pain to the activity that we're supposed to be doing, our brain actually how can I explain? Actually, thinks of that pain as real physical pain, and will do everything in order to avoid it. And through avoiding pain, you actually give yourself a certain amount of pleasure, and this pleasure itself can become the reason why you procrastinate more and more and more and more. For me, it started, well, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. It started off small by me procrastinating on some minor chores like laundry or washing the dishes or making my bed, the room, or whatever. And it slowly but strongly grew bigger and bigger and bigger up until the point that I was procrastinating on every single aspect of my life. It was like exercising, healthy living, studying, everything, just everything. And it didn't include only things that would give me pain, included things that would give me pleasure as well. Like, for example, I had 40 to 50 tabs open on my Google Chrome, and it was full with videos and articles and lessons that I wanted to learn and that I wanted to watch, and I was was just procrastinating on them. Some of those tabs were like 2 years old, and it got to a point where I stopped using Google Chrome just because I didn't want to see how much I had procrastinated. Yeah, so currently, although, well, I fail 80% of the time, 70% of the time, I don't know, a lot of times. Just I fail more than I win. But the thing is that currently I have armed myself with some weapons to battle procrastination, and for me, two of those weapons are particularly effective. First of all, I divide my tasks in terms of the amount of time they will take. And if there are tasks that require 5 to 10 minutes of work, I just do them immediately. Like if I have to do the laundry or wash the dishes, the moment I think of it, I just do it, because I find that if I procrastinate once during my day, I will procrastinate a second time and a third and a fourth and a fifth, and like the whole day goes to shit if I procrastinate once. And like the most important thing is to not delay your alarm in the morning. Once, for me at least, once I delay my alarm in the morning, I start delaying everything else during the day as well. And the second thing I found I started incorporating in my life is the Pomodoro principle. The Pomodoro principle is basically you set a timer for 20 to 25 minutes. I use my phone, but you can use the kitchen timer or whatever you like. And basically you set it for a set amount of time, and you know that during this amount of time you're only going to work on one single task. And once this amount of time is over, you take a break. It can be a 5-minute break, it can be a 10-minute break, a 15-minute break, as long as you want. Just the tricky part is that if you take a longer break, then there is a big chance that you'll start procrastinating again on starting. So I would suggest that you take shorter breaks so as to not get in the same, just how can I say, routine. So yeah, using these two methods, I've started doing many things. Like I try to keep my surroundings clean, which had never happened before. I always try to go out shaved and like with well dressed and with clean clothes and whatever. And it wasn't like that before. So yeah, and I'm also managing to get, well, not plenty, but a good amount of work done during my days. So yeah, it's working for me. I suggest you give it a try. It might work for you as well. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out my Facebook page down below, and if you enjoy what I'm doing, check out my GoFundMe page as well. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful remainder of your holidays.